to have you join us on this week's episode of Arthouse as we cruise into the wonderful world of the arts. I'm Melinda Kinlami. Coming up today, Art 21 Gallery presents Future Past, the solo exhibition by a London-based artist. Then we enjoy some double delights as two artists exhibit in Lagos. Then another set in the nation's capital, Abuja. We'll bring you those details when Arthouse returns in a moment. Do stay with us.
The head will never be the tail.
Future Past is a solo exhibition by multi-talented artist Tejumola Adenuga at Art 21 Gallery at Ito Hotel and Suites in Lagos.
One of the reasons why art is so essential is the inherent intimacy in being able to access another's life, which in some way allows us access to ours. When we come into art, we're exchanging in a state of vulnerability that sometimes we're unfamiliar with. We become independent with a story, even when we don't realize it. And that is the case with Tejumola Adenuga's new exhibition, Future Past, which takes us on a journey to a strange and yet familiar place characterized by Yoruba mythology.
This show is it's kind of self-descriptive. It's a amalgamation of my past, growing up in Ijebode and then moving to London as a teenager. And as a person, as a product of two worlds, I'm trying to find a way to bring them together. And I'm bringing them together on this fictional context, which is where this work has kind of generated itself from.
Tejumola creates a world by evoking his family lineage, tracing far back in Ijebu-Ode, Ogun State, southwest Nigeria, the devotion of the artisans who clothed him, who framed his days, who bent iron through the hours of the day to make furniture with a small body of water as a witness. In his new world, the source of creativity, resilience, joy, uncommon bravery is the river cutting through Imoru, from which the inhabitants of the town are both restored and empowered. The river can be traced back to the primordial genesis of Yoruba cosmology in the fictional universe he has created.
I grew up on a street called the Imoru Road in Ijebode, and it was fantastic because it was full of artisans. So weavers, cobblers, dressmakers, furniture makers, people make sculpture, ceramicists, and I was exposed to so much beauty growing up. So I would live to go to school, and I'd come back, and then someone would have created something really new and fantastic. So I think that was like the base source of my creativity, and hence why I'm referencing those artisans. I'm paying homage to them within this exhibition. The story behind this piece in particular, it's called Weaving Wives, and it's a story about these two wives that are married to an oracle, and the oracle passed away, and they're carrying on his spirit, his life, by continuing to weave together and continue to produce fabrics for this fictional society.
In interactions with the artist, the founder and creative director of Art 21, Kalin Shaguri Modaba, who is hosting this solo show, is consumed by the interiority of his lived experiences and how he was able to successfully translate them into a contemporary, futuristic setting that resonates with the viewer. His colorblindness inspired the hues in the exhibition. His family lineage of blacksmiths further exalted his love for metal. The sub-themes of magic, freedom, and creative expression on the continent echoed the primordial genesis of Yoruba cosmology.
What comes through for me in this works is the way he's been able to define the images using as little distortion, if you will, of the white space as possible. So it's sophisticated, it looks very clear, and I think there's absolutely nothing wrong with it.
Future Past explores the past, present, and future from the perspective of a child who grew up near the river, surrounded by artisans who flourished with an elegance that transcended the mundane. It takes the viewer through an evoked sense of time and place, where time is both real and fictional, and the place is the same too. And what the only thing real is the individual experience of it. The thing with time is this: it is an element we can mold, sometimes into memory, sometimes into a dreamed future, and other times into both the future and the past.
Well, what we take away is that we have a right to fantasy, we have a right to dream, we have a right to, because like everyday life in Lagos and Nigeria as a whole is a challenge. And I think that the more we can kind of dream and hope for a better future, the more that's more likely to become a possibility. So basically, this is a universe where everything is perfect and nothing goes wrong.
This solo exhibition by multi-talented artist Tejumola Adenuga is taking place at Art 21, a space dedicated to showing contemporary art located at Eko Hotel and Suites in Lagos.
I simply love those white balloons, don't you? It makes that exhibition simply brilliant. I'm sure you must have loved this as well. Now to this next exhibition, which is called Off Confines by contemporary artists Adeola Balogun and Popoola Nuruddin at Q Gallery in Lagos.
Art lovers enjoy the best of both worlds when it comes to visual arts as served by two artists from their various areas of specialty, painting and sculpture, at the Q Gallery Contemporary Art in Lagos.
This exhibition is about two great artists. One is a sculptor, the other is a painter. We see a lot in their works because their works complement each other, and so we thought there was need to have a show of their works. And it's quite interesting because they talk about technology, they talk about things that are happening today, and there's a lot to draw from it. They tell you of things, possibilities of using your technology. It could lead to some disaster, or it could also lead you to a lot of progress in life. So you have to be careful about how you use your technology. But they also tell us about our colors, the blue color. He drew a lot of inspiration from it.
The title is Off Confines, right? And when you say that, you're talking about something unusual, something new, something outside the box.
Popoola Nuruddin is a graduate of the prestigious Yaba College of Technology, Lagos, where he studied fine art and majored in painting, with many awards under his belt due to mastery of forms, colors, and lines.
In my works, we can see that I use halo. Halo is a round circle in the head of my figures. So it depicts that, okay, we were all born holy, because sometimes people say, okay, we were all born with sin, no one was born holy, but in my works, I disagree with that we were all born holy. No one was born with sin. It's our environment, our schools, our families, and our upbringing that shaped us to who we are now, to what we are doing, to things that we are thinking. Most of my works are acrylic on canvas, and sometimes I use mixed media where I use found objects in my environment to bring up something in my pieces.
Dr. Balogun, who has earned respect due to his ability to make his distinct style relevant to the times, explains his latest fascination.
I've been using a circuit board as a veritable material in interpreting the happenings in our society. And if there's anything that has impacted us profoundly, is technology, right? None of us can do without our gadgets nowadays. We sleep and wake up with it. And why? It's because we rely so much on them in everything we're doing. You discover that it has encroached in our psyche to the point whereby it's becoming dangerous. That is the need for us to be aware of the negative impact of technology, because there's nothing that we do nowadays that we don't need technology.
Their works of art have earned the admiration of the art community.
Strong works indeed, technical. Everything that defines fine art is in there. Apart from being very good works, they satisfied all the principles of fine arts.
I see a breath of fresh air. Popola's work is refreshingly different. He exhibits very, very clean lines. He's bold with his colors, and his figures have a certain life to them that I really like. Dr. Balogun's work is quite varied, from the work on canvas to the sculptures. It's quite different, but all new. And I think his focus on electric boards also is a bit unique at this time as well, and draws a link between where we are in the computer age with that artificial intelligence and where we are coming from. So both artists bring something new to the table and are to be appreciated.
This duo exhibition between a master and his protege is a salute to diversity and ingenuity that cuts across generations.
A mixture of both visual worlds there. Let's take a moment now. Arthouse returns with more. Do join us again.
Our wordsmith for today is called Sitting at the Edge of the World by Andres Alagba, and art is by Wilcox Bralate. What breathes behind the broken bricks? What bends below the broken bricks? For beside the broken bricks, built of emotions, are fragile as broken bridges. Sit bonding, boy and bird, broken in more colors than one, broken in all shades of red. The not-so-distant singing is a seagull, with the numb swaying as the sea lulls. Again, the world is black and white, just how we read. The fleeting flames of nonchalance burning violently, because the boy knows curiosity kills the cat. Yet, let the wind lead his wings. Yet, let the sea steal his dreams. Yet, let the bricks be his seat. Again, the world is black and white, just how we read. Except for the broken bricks from broken bridges pouring red.
And these are the works of art you sent in recently. Let's begin with this one called One Love Blessings. It's done by Antion with acrylic on canvas. And this watercolor on paperwork is called Caricature by Matthias Ame. Selfies Before the Party is an acrylic on canvas work by Gilbert Gabriel. While Situation of Things in My Nation is a mixed media piece by Ajewole Tunde. Kakaki is an oil on canvas work by Oxino. Then Inivora Pius has this one called Sign of Joy. Is from the series of Beauty compilation. It's done with acrylic on canvas. Then Companion is a work of art done by Tomiwa Adelagun. It's done with mixed media. Then Maturity in Puberty is a work done by Wilcox Bralati with acrylic on canvas. Then we wrap things up with this work by Ogechi Animashaun called Party Mood, where the artist is capturing the popular hip-hop artist Davido with a painting done with buttons. And that concludes the works of art you sent in recently. We encourage you to keep them coming. Expressions is an exhibition of paintings and more by two artists in the nation's capital, Abuja.
After a blossoming art career that has spanned over 25 years, multi-talented creative Kingsley Okafor presents 2.0 Expressions at this space in the nation's capital, Abuja. It's not the first time he's exploring this subject, but now he's not showcasing these cultural-themed works of art alone.
Well, this exhibition is the second series in this particular exhibition called Expressions. We've had one sometime in August 2023, and it's been a wonderful journey. What we do here is to try to connect the diverse cultures of Nigeria with our paintings. We try to deliver all the different cultures, depict the cultures and behavioral tendencies of Nigerians from all walks of life, and to create unity.
The colorful, detailed and vibrant pieces are not just preaching unity, it has other salient messages the creatives believe the country needs now.
Art is spiritual. Art brings out the inner joy in you. And especially at this point in time in our country, where people are going through all kinds of situations, we try to create art that warms the heart, art that creates peace, art that returns people from all kinds of upward situations and depression. And we also mentor younger artists with our work.
Some of the rich traditional ethnic groups that span across the length and breadth of Nigeria are captured in these pieces, and once the idea is properly formed in the head, it's home and dry.
My works come spiritually. Sometimes I wake up in the night to put sketches down, and it's been like that for almost all my life. I've been practicing for almost 30 years now, and sometimes I just be in a situation and I just stop in the traffic, look at this scenery, and then put it down in sketches. So you must understand forms. If you're going to be a good artist, you must understand the dynamics of drawing forms. And when you understand forms, then you can deliver your paintings in any manner that you want.
The culture bug has been caught by some of the viewers, especially those who are familiar with some of the scenes.
My cultural instinct is so much rejuvenated. But just right behind me, I'm an Igbo man. I'm from Umbise. And that is where you have these women dancing. And this music is called Abache Kurunwa, which means after dancing, you have a child. That is what literally it means.
Another distinctive thing about this exhibition is he was able to capture the three major tribes that we have in Nigeria, the Hausa, the Igbo, and Yoruba. He was able to portray them in a very strong form, which actually tells us who Mr. Kingsley is. Mr. Kingsley is somebody who likes to promote unity. He promotes unity a lot, and that can be seen in all of his works.
I'm sure this is unity in diversity because he covered almost all the tribes' cultural backgrounds in Nigeria, and so continue to advise and commend him for the good work, and let me keep it up because all we need in this country more than ever before is unity.
2.0 Expressions is an exhibition by Kingsley Okafor in collaboration with his protege, Ojemekele Godalo, to mentor the young ones, push this culture narrative, and document it for posterity.
And if you thought that was amazing, then take a look of what we have in store for you on the next edition of Arthouse.
On the next episode of Arthouse, Tikera Africa presents Emerging Expressions, a national undergraduate art fair at the Madhouse, University of Lagos. Projecting Nigerian creativity is what the 234 Art Fair in Lagos is all about. Then we enjoy a tale of love and loss by thespians Pendra and Asham called Cripple Wolf at a Norwegian ambassador's residence in Abuja. We encourage you to keep liking, sharing, and viewing our page so more people can enjoy the ever-bubbly and ingenious art scene in the country.
Your Arthouse experience doesn't have to end when the show is not on television. Interact with us on our various social media platforms. See any edition of Arthouse on our website or YouTube page. Join our very interactive Facebook page by joining the group on Arthouse on Channels. We're everywhere.
That's the program this week. We appreciate you for being great company and look forward to interacting with you on our various social media platforms. I'm Melinda Akinlami, encouraging you to keep adding color to the world.